This journal started as an Amazon paper bag. I'm turning it into a winter cover with texture, pockets, and a hidden spine I'll show you later.
Museful creations come and see, crafted with joy soulfully.
All I'm using is the Amazon bag, a few ISC stamps, some papers that I coffee stained, other pages from the Winter's Reflections kit, a chunk of a recycle box, simple stuff, nothing truly fancy as you see here. This hidden spine is made from 3 separate pieces. One will be the outer cover to the journal, and then the other 2 will be part of the hidden spine. You'll see that I'm cutting it roughly about 2 3/4 inches by about 8 3/4 of an inch. And now what I want to do is I'm softening this with a little antique white paint, just enough to knock back the cardboard look so it blends in with the cover. Next, the first part lives inside the bag. It's 2 pieces of chipboard that you're going to cut from whatever recycle boxes you might have, and I'm using a spaghetti box. And in a few more steps, I will show you how we will create the hidden spine that will hold all the signatures in its place. This fold creates pockets without adding bulk. I chose to open my Amazon packaging bag on both sides, turning it inside out, and I decided that I want the size of my journal to be approximately 9 inches width by about 14 3/4 of an inch by 15 inches, if you will, and then that's where you will have to cut. Now, it's not necessary, but I did use a craft iron to smooth some of the wrinkles on the bag. Next, let's actually create the spine, and I'm literally just gauging it by eyesight. I don't like to measure too much, but the spine itself I did score from the front cover to the center at 6.5 inches, and then at 8 3/4 of an inch. And I keep it simple. You have to decide how many signatures you would like in your journal to decide the width of your spine. Next, if you don't have a sewing machine, you can use glue, or you can use slow stitching with a needle and some floss. Now, I'm going to just make a small mark, literally by eye, and this is how I created the 3 pockets and chose to sew around the journal. I always stamp before I spray, that way the images stay visible and don't disappear under the aging. I want this to feel worn, not buried. I'm keeping this light so the stamping still shows through. Some of these are from my own stamp collection. Once the base is aged, I can start adding a few focal images to the cover, just enough to guide the eye without overpowering the texture. I build the cover in layers using pattern paper, tea-dyed scraps, cheesecloth before attaching it to the bag. These 2 pieces work together. The inside holds the pages and the outside keeps everything strong and finished. Once they're in place, the elastic spine stays hidden, but the journal stays flexible and removable. What started as a plain Amazon recyclable bag, it's now a winter junk journal with a cover that has the layering that feels most comfortable to me. It's super flexible because of the built-in multiple signatures, which are removable. Here I'm using a couple of journaling cards that I created and showing you how they fit nicely in the 3 front pockets. And then, as you know, well, for the most part, with most of my journals, I love to create a writing board, and it will come so wicked handy in the weeks ahead. Now, I had created something similar many, many years ago with an Amazon bag, which I'll share more about that journal in the future. But my encouragement is use what you have, and you'll be surprised what you're able to come up with. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care, be blessed.